In the previous video, I showed you how to move an off-center wall-mounted light fixture, as well as a highly unique drywall hole repair method that, to my knowledge, was not shown on YouTube. Because the drywall repair method that I showed you is a method that will give you the flattest repair possible, leaving little or no raised area, I decided to make a dedicated video so viewers can find the video much more easily. Okay, so after I moved the light fixture, I ended up with this hole that you see here that needed to be repaired. Let me show you how it's done. I need to be able to secure the new piece of sheetrock to something, so I'm going to take a furring strip, place it right across the center. It's going to go from about here to there. Let me cut a furring strip, grab 2 drywall screws, and come right back. Furring strip's going to go in the wall like this. Let's make a mark right here so we know it's centered. Place a screw there and a screw there. Make sure the screws are countersunk so you can cover them up with plaster. Perfect, so now we have a good backing for the drywall to go onto. Let me cut the drywall, install it, then we're going to tape it and compound it. Nice and flat. Now the most important thing, when I do the taping, I want to make sure the taping is just below the surface of this drywall here. Because if you put it on top, when you put the joint compound, you can only sand so much, and then you're going to have to taper way out in order to not see that little bump in the wall. You're always going to have a bump when you go to do the joints, unless you do it the way I'm about to show you. So I'm going to take this paper and just cut it back just a little bit here, a little bit here, a 1/2 inch all the way around, because I'm going to lay this mesh tape in that little area that I cut out, and then we're going to fill the whole thing with joint compound. Once you do that, you'll be able to sand this and have a perfectly flat surface without any bumps. Now over here you can see, using a ruler, I cut about a 1/2 inch away from the edge. Once you do that, take a very sharp wood chisel and just very carefully remove just the top layer of paper there, because that's where your mesh tape is going to go. So just go like this. Let's pull it off. Make sure there's no fuzzy edges sticking out. Okay, so that looks good. And that edge is flat. This is what it looks like when everything is carefully stripped away. The edges are all nice and flat, and the area is recessed. Now I'm going to pull off the paper on here. It's not necessary to have it. So let's just peel this away. It's going to make up for the difference for the thickness of the mesh that I'll be using. So everything here is flat. Make sure all of it is going to be within that area that was removed. See how perfect that is? Perfect. Now one at the bottom. By doing that, the wall is going to be perfectly flat in that area. Take the joint compound, force it into those spaces. Let's do it again. We want to make sure it really goes in there. I'm going to let that dry. Takes about 45 minutes. Sand it, and there should be more than enough on there to make it nice and smooth. Check this out. Right in the center of the medicine cabinet. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to rate, thumbs up, and share. Thanks for watching.